folks, we're out here on this fine day. We're checking turkey guns. Come up here to a friend of mine's place. It's got a nice little indoor shooting area. He allows me to come shoot firearms at every year. Got everything set up. We're going to start off here with my Stevens 301 410. Got a Jebs full choke in it. My initial shot here will be 25 yards with, I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up or not, but Winchester Double X 3-inch 7.5. I always check a little bit up close with lead for my first shot. Just to make sure that my dot isn't terribly far off every year. And then after we make sure that we're, halfway centered up, then we'll go ahead and move to TSS and go ahead and back that range on up. But take the initial shot here and run out and pull that target and see what it looks like. I forgot my ears. All right. Sorry about the squealing headphones. I'll go pull this target and get back with you in a second. All right, went out and looked at that target. Pretty good pattern. It's just slightly, shooting slightly left. So I just drew a new dot in the center of what I'm calling the center of that pattern. It's about 2 inches left. And I might have to go out there and add another staple, but as soon as that paper lays down, I'm going to, with this gun in this clamp, I'll put my red dot back on the original dot, and then I will make my adjustment and I'll move the red dot over to the new black dot I drew on the target, and that should get me centered back up. So I'll do that, and then we'll shoot again and see what it looks like. All right, made that adjustment, put a new target up, going second shot, 25 yards, same load. That's a cool trick. All right. I'll run out and check that one now. All right, just did the count. Made that little adjustment, moved the pattern to the right a little, centered it up good. It's still just a little bit high, but it's close enough for lead. I'm going to go ahead and move to TSS now. But 25 yards at 7.5 lead load, put 124 in the 10. So, I mean, that'd kill a turkey, no doubt. But I'd say by 30, I'd say, you're going to be probably reaching your maximum. I may do some more testing with it some other time just to see exactly what that number is. But 100 is the recommended minimum, and I'm more in that 100. I prefer that 120 kind of as my minimum personally, just to make sure you got enough pellets. I sure don't want to squeeze the trigger on one and he run off. So anyways, gonna move on to TSS now, so I'll catch you in a minute. All right. Got everything set back up. We're going to move on to TSS here. I'm going to start with a Ninja, Apex Ninja 9.5, and move the target back to 40. Get settled in here and make this shot and see what it looks like. All right, pull that target down and see if we need to make any adjustments. All right, that Ninja 9.5, 40 yards, did 212 in the 10-inch. I went ahead and just drew the circle around what I thought would be the densest pattern, and I made my sight adjustment. I guessed at it with that scribbled in circle to the left when I was out there on the field, and when I got up here I moved it a little bit more. But anyways, we're going to do another one of those at 40, see if we got our sight picture fixed, and then I'm actually going to test some 10s. I've kicked around shooting 10s, and I bought some, so we'll shoot another 9.5, and then we'll test the 10s and see what we think about those. All right. Here we go with the 9.5 again. Glasses are fogging up. All right, be back with you in a second. All right, new pattern up. We're gonna try these 10s, see what we think. Seems so insane to me to kill a turkey with table salt. That's about what this stuff looks like. But we'll see what this looks like. they go off when you pull the trigger. So I'm gonna pull it down and get a count and show you what it did. All right, so it's about what I expected. It did shoot low and right, so I had to make an adjustment. We're gonna shoot it again here and try to get this straightened up. But I guess I will go ahead and shoot these this year. Once again, it seems insane shooting table salt at a turkey, but there just ain't no way they can get around that. That's number 10s at 40 yards out of a 410. 221 pellets in a 10-inch circle. So we're going to shoot it again here and see if we got the point of impact straightened up, and we'll check it again. All right, moving on to the 20 gauge. My mic quit working a while ago with the 410, so I may have missed some stuff, but where we ended up, made a final adjustment with the Rogue 10s and got them centered up, and it's doing 200 plus in the 10-inch circle at 40 yards. So done with it. Gonna move on to the 20 gauge here now. Got an 870 Remington 870 youth model. Stock's been cut down a little bit. Bought this gun when I was like 12, and killed several turkeys with it. Duck hunted with it when I was a kid, all that kind of stuff. But it's bone stock, other than I went ahead and put one of those Mossy Oak tape kits on it last year. And put a red dot on it. Put a Metacreek mount and one of those AT3 ARO red dots. So I'm going to shoot. First round here is going to be a 3-inch Winchester Supreme number 5. Just standard, regular old Walmart turkey load. I'm going to shoot that first, see what we look like at 40, and then we'll move on to TSS if it looks good. All right, here we go. Alright, I'm going to pull that down, get another target up. I'll catch up with you in a second. That pattern was centered up well. It's a terrible pattern. I'm shooting a 585, so I realize that's fairly open for a turkey choke. But I was shooting a 570 in this gun for years when I shot lead. And I run a TSS through it, and it was silly. I hate to even tell you what the shot count was. It was insane. So I actually backed off to a 585. Just because I felt like it was a more reasonable pattern. So we're going to run one of these Rogues through it now. These are 9s. And see what this looks like, and then we'll compare patterns after we pull this target down. Alright, closing thoughts. This is the lead 5s out of the 20 gauge at 40 yards, Winchester Supremes. Granted, like I said, I realize it's a 570 choke. I could choke that lead down a lot tighter and probably do better, but this is why I shoot TSS. I have zero interest in shooting turkeys at 70 yards. Don't care nothing about it. If he walks by me at 60 yards, he's going to go on about his day. It ain't going to happen. I want a good solid pattern that I can kill a turkey deader than a hammer every single time from 20 to 40. And if I happen to misjudge him and he's 48, I still want him dead. That's 40 yards. There's 37 pellets in that circle. On the flip, same choke. I was off, sight was off just a hair. I made an adjustment, but 221 in the 10. And like I said, when I was shooting that 570 choke instead of this 585, that number was insane. And it was just, at some point, it's, in my opinion, it's too much. So I backed off to 570, or I'm sorry, from a 570 to a 585, and I'm still putting, over double the minimum at 40 yards, which is, I'm happy as a clam. So anyways, that's going to be it probably for this video, but turkey guns are ready, and a couple weeks till season comes in here. So got this out of the way, and we'll catch up with y'all later. See ya.